I'm by this small town in Utah outside of Capitol Reef National Park called Kusharam, and it looks really cool. Like you're just surrounded by these awesome mountains right now. Just thought it was interesting. Nice green and open plains. Google Maps is having me go on this country gravel road. Driving in a canyon 40 minutes and 40 miles away from Bryce Canyon. Driving in Bryce Canyon National Park right now. We're at Waivompa Point in Bryce Canyon National Park. This is Waivompa Point. I could be butchering the name pronunciation, but oh well, I'm trying. I love how you can see like the far off in the distance, all the different canyons and stuff. We're gonna do Bristlecone Loop. It's a mile long. There's the point I was at earlier. This is off the Bristlecone Loop Trail. You can definitely see more of the orange rock and the erosion. Looks really cool. Long ways down. And you go up. It looks like a freaking painting over here. You got the sun and all the clouds and the blue partly covering everything. Wonder what that is off in the distance. Really cool. Look at that off in the distance. Also, these are bristlecone pines. They can live up to 5,000 years. They're very resilient and they can go dormant when there's droughts. Black Canyon. This is the natural bridge. So this is the rim hike from Bryce Point. I wanted to point out the stark contrast. You've got all this pine right here in the valley on this side, and then just right over here, boom, you got more pine, but also a big giant canyon. Good morning from Sunset Point at Bryce Canyon National Park. We're here for sunrise. Flip the old scripterino. Did you do Yosemite Point?
Yeah.
That was the hardest hike I think I've ever done. You sink down though because it's not groomed and everything.
Yeah, sure.
Hardly anyone ever uses two bridges as much as they use Wall Street.
Sorry.
This is two bridges. So this right there is the Queen Victoria Hutto, and this is what they're going for here. See how it's kind of like her body. I guess you can kind of see it, yeah. Starting the hike into Fairyland Canyon. Oh, this little arch looked cool. Looks kind of cool, like a little bridge. But that's a big, again, a steep climb up elevation. That hood looks like a giant wiener. This is the coolest part of the hike, and depending on the direction you tackle it, this is the first thing you get to see. Note to self, when you do the Fairy Lane Canyon hike, don't go left. Go right and do the rim trail, and you can even just make it out and back, and you don't have to do the whole loop. All right, so just got done at Bryce Canyon National Park. Making my way to Thunder Ridge Scout Camp in Utah. I want to check it out. I was there a long time ago when I was like 17. Anyway, I wanted to give my take on Bryce Canyon National Park. Honestly, like, it's a good add-on park. It's nothing amazing. Like, don't bend over backwards and go crazy for it. Like, the huttos are really cool, and sunrise and sunset are awesome. I enjoyed the rim hikes. There's not a lot of hiking to do in the park. Like, they do have some, but it's like you kind of get the gist of being down in it, in like the amphitheater and the huttos and all the eroded stuff. I'd say it's like worth a day trip, but like, don't make it crazy. I guess they do a good job with the marketing and stuff with TikTok. Like, you can do the Navajo Loop, sunrise, sunset, and do the rim hike, and that's it. Like, the Fairyland hike, it was cool, but like after the first mile, you're like, yeah, I kind of get the gist. And it was just like a long hike for the sake of being a long hike. Like, the views were okay, but beautiful rock, really cool formation. Cool park to check out. If I had to rank it out of the Utah, like the big 5 national parks, Zion, Bryce, Canyonlands, Arches, and Capitol Reef, I'm putting Bryce at the bottom. There's better parks in Utah. So that's just my 2 cents on it. Not trying to be a negative Nelly, but yeah, it's not like one of these ones where it's like, whoa, there's all this biodiversity and there's all these great things to see inside that you'd have to spend a couple weeks checking out. Nah, you can probably do it in a day and get the gist. Sorry if I hurt any die-hard Bryce Canyon fans by saying that, but it's my 2 cents on it. Next stop, Thunder Ridge. Then we're going to go down to Laverkin with the Gowans, and then tomorrow's, God, inshallah, it'll be Angel's Landing in Zion. So I'm excited to sleep in a real bed and get a shower. So I'll see you later.